real breakthrough here. We've gone from incoherent noises, grainy visuals, and flitting shadows to a repeatable illusion, clear and vivid. We've finally determined the range at which CFX can produce distinct induced illusions. They're still lacking specific details and features for now, but we can already create projections of both physical objects and images born from the human subconscious.
research personnel, please proceed to your seats.
Thank you for establishing a secure connection. I was able to retrieve the information you requested. The Controller Project was responsible for the creation of phantoms as part of its research into induced illusions. However, all related data is highly classified and never went public. Fortunately, we have a list of the scientists involved in the project. If any of them are alive and in the zone, you may be able to get your information straight from the horse's mouth, as it were.
Do you know anyone on that list?
Regrettably,
No, but I know someone who could assist you.
Richter. He used to be a guide, but now his work mostly revolves around finding people. He's just a man you need.
Do you know where I can find Richter?
When he's not busy with his clients, he usually frequents the 100 Rods bar in Rostock. Try looking for him there. You can ask our guide. He'll help you find your way there.
Here's the Polovin. No clinking glasses on this one.
You wanna chat?
Seem like a decent dude.
I need to find some people.
Just having a few drinks.
Ozerski mentioned you might be able to help me with that.
Turn into a different
You're making some friends, I see.
Stop from us.
Ozerski is a man with a heart of gold.
Doing it again.
When he's not being pain in the ass, anyway.
You seem pretty popular yourself. Are you some kind of recruiter? Bringing folks to Strider, mingling with scientists, cozying up to Scar. And you keep popping up wherever I go, too.
Must be the zone's will. Nah, there's a plenty of recruiters here without me. By the way, there's that stalker who showed up after the signal, Strelok. Ever heard of him? He's a legend around here. I hear he's putting together a new crew. He doesn't like what's going on in the zone and he wants to shake things up.
What happened to his old crew?
I could tell you they found lots of rare artifacts, left for the mainland, and lived happily ever after. But in reality, not everyone made it back from their trip to the monolith.
What's Trilok up to? What's his plan?
That's something you gotta ask the man himself. And if he doesn't trust you enough, you'll never find out. Strelok is the type who keeps his plans to himself.
How can I find this Strelok guy?
Nah. I might have said too much already. Either the zone's gonna help you, or Strelok will find you himself. But I don't think you two would hit it off right now. He wouldn't appreciate you being chummy with the war and trying to make the zone disappear. He doesn't trust or cooperate with anyone. Can you really blame him?
There are no trustworthy people in the zone. Strelok's got that right. Looking for allies is a waste of time. Speaking of which, do you know anyone on this list?
I know one of them, Dvopalov. He's a real grump when he's sober, which, thankfully, isn't often. He's usually holed up in his old hideout and doesn't entertain visitors. If you want to talk to him, you'll need to bring him a collar from a mutant. He used to do some research with the collars, and now he just collects them. Talk about sentimental.
Do you know where I can find mutants with those collars?
Sure. I'll even share the coordinates. But keep in mind that Dvupalov's been collecting these collars for a while now. The less dangerous mutants are all gone. Only the nasty ones are still out there. So be careful. See ya.
Did you hear the news? Freedom and Duty are at it again. Now I gotta sit here and wait for Duty to storm in, take Rostock back, and execute me as a traitor. But for the moment, it's mostly just threats. And I've still got work to do. So, what's your poison?
Got any work for me? Something challenging, preferably.
Okay. Here's a serious one for you. Some bandits have set up shop at the warehouse in the Red Forest. They've been robbing Freedom and get in the way of business. McLucha is offering a nice bounty on their heads. He sent a Freedom group after them, but they've gone dark. We can't reach them. They must have gotten into trouble. So, I need those bandits eliminated. And I'd like some info on what happened to the Freedom Squad. Will you do it?
Sure. I'm in.
Good. I've sent you the coordinates to the warehouse, and to the place where the Freedom Group went dark. But the group isn't your top priority. If you don't find them, we will eventually. Your main job is to kill the bandits. Good luck.
Do you have any work for me?
You're in the market for some new gear, and the old coupon stash is running low, eh? I get it. Here's what I can offer you. I need an artifact delivered pronto. The customer wants to keep a low profile, but judging by the sound of his voice, he's got a wallet full of coupons. I can tell you that much. If you're up to it, make it snappy.
Okay. I'll do it.
I'll wait for some news then.
You share everything you have in Rostock with G.
Son of a bitch! It ain't coming out.
Watch out. This one's a sneaky little prick.
Bad timing, man.
I know you're here somewhere.
Get over here, you pussy! Get over here, you pussy! Get over here, you pussy!
Bad timing, man.
Get over here, you pussy! No corpses on the premises!
I heard something.
How was your hunt? Did you get that collar? I've got some business nearby. Swing by my coordinates and we'll have a chat.
Looks like you made it and got the collar. So you're good to go to Dvupalov. I've tagged the location of his hideout for you. You should be able to get there just fine. If he asks you for a password, just say the leash.
Thanks for the tip. I gotta go.
Safe travels. You wanna chat? See ya.
The leash.
Come on in, and don't drag your feet. If you only got one, don't expect a big payout. hand it over. You're new around here, aren't you? Or have I just forgotten you? I had an assistant I'll never forget, Nightingale. It was a delight to work with and a great drinking buddy. It's a shame he's gone. Think you can fill his shoes?
I wasn't planning to. I'm here about...
I know what you're here about. The first ones in the house. But we'll enjoy it right here on the spot. You can fetch the bottle from my lab. It's just down the hall. It's an elixir you'll light and never forget. I'll remember. Come on, have a sip. All right. Let's sample the goods. Let's have one. And then we can talk about what, where, and how much. Here's to the start of our partnership.
All right. Here's to our partnership.
Not even a flinch, huh? That sort of bravado isn't gonna impress me. When you're drinking, you've gotta put your heart into it. So, where are we? How about another one?
Let's toss another one back.
You're definitely not a grad student. That's a good thing. Look, about those scholars. Leave them out next time. The shop's closed. What's the point of stocking up on collars if I don't have a leash? It was a promising project, sure. But it's time to bid it farewell. Bottoms up, Stalker.
What project are you talking about?
I told ya, Project Leash. The mutant control project. They cooked up all sorts of freaks, then tried to make gadgets to boss them around and zap them remotely if things get out of hand. As you know, they fucked up the later parts. When the project got shelved, those colored mutants were supposed to die peacefully in their cages, not run amok in the zone spoking stalkers. So much for a promising project. But I suppose promises are made to be broken. How about a drink to that stalker?
Let's have another one. Sure.
To abstract thinking. If man is the measure of all things, then the measure of a man is 3 shots of this magic vodka. So go ahead, ask your questions while I'm feeling charitable.
How do you destroy phantoms and defeat someone who can create induced illusions.
Seen double, eh? You probably just had some bad vodka. Try some of mine. It's good for more than just keeping radiation at bay.
When I saw the man who created those phantoms, I was stone cold sober.
Ha ha ha, and I was stone cold sober when I saw evidence that it was impossible. But who am I to forbid you from living in a world of illusions? If you're really so eager, drag your ass to X5. That's where the whole three-ring circus used to be. Try to find a blueprint for the suppressor. It's out to help you. I'm all out of vodka anyway. Come on. I'll give you the key card for the lab. The colors were a crude instrument. The suppressors, on the other hand, they were designed to dampen abilities of a finer nature. Now, where did I put it? No, that's just some junk. Look, a pickle. I'll save it for later.
Fuck, what are you up to? The artifact just popped out of the still. Grab it, Stalker. Left. No, right.
Why, you're light on your feet, Stalker. You can hang on to this one. You've earned it. You went after that artifact like a bullet from a gun. Seems like I gave the keycard for X5 to Sherpa after all. That's why I hate teetotalers. The bastard must have caught me in a good mood. Anyway, if you want the suppressor, you need to talk to that boring grad student yourself. He's over in Nagropron, staying close to X5. And now for the fourth shot, the happiest of them all.
I ask you to vacate the premises. I'm occupying it and there's nothing here to take.
Calm down, Sherba. Vupalov sent me.
Is the professor doing okay? He didn't succumb to intoxication from that poison of his, did he? Its alcohol by volume is nearing pure ethanol. Not to mention the anomalous component. What a fall from grace. A great scientist resorting to making vodka.
Why do you even bother helping Vupalov?
How can I stand by and watch a scientist of his caliber kill the few brain cells he has left? He has invaluable knowledge and skills, the kind that are not taught at Malachite, especially nowadays. The professor has no right to go down this path.
Tell me about Vupalov. So he's a great scientist?
Professor Dvupalov is a brilliant mind hailing from the Project X era, the mastermind behind the Controller Project. He used to bring science to new heights. Now the only thing he can bring is a glass toward his lips. He's disenchanted with his life's work, you see? Nothing ever changes. If only the professor had taken a moment to peruse my notes instead of selling vodka.
Dvupalov sent me to get the keycard for X5. I'm looking for the Phantom Suppressor.
It took Dvupalov a whole 6 months just to remember my name while I served him food every day. And now he tells you about the card right away? Did you drink with him or something?
It's tough to avoid having a drink with him.
That stuff is pure poison! Alright, I'll give you the card. It's too risky for me in there anyway. But you've got to promise me that you'll search X5 for any papers related to the Controller project and bring them back to me.
Since I'm headed to X5, tell me about the lab.
Until recently, no one even knew it existed. The research there was classified, and the lab had been mothballed for quite some time. Then UT did some cleanup with heavy explosives there, and found hidden levels beneath Agroprom. I used certain informal channels to reach out to the professor. That's how I found out it was an old mutant research lab. I can't even begin to fathom what's going on in there right now.
Why do you want those papers?
I tried to convince Professor Dvupalov that I'm a worthy successor to his great work, but all I received from him was a couple of his drafts, one of which had been used as a food wrapper. I'm talking about research that could etch our names into history. Since the professor doesn't seem to recognize it, I'll take it upon myself to finish the job for him.
Tell me what you know about the Controller project.
The Controller project did involve some research on phantoms, but its main objective was to develop specimens modified with both biological and technological enhancements. Unlike their mutant predecessors, which were impossible to keep in their cages, these were meant to be trained as soldiers to protect Project X personnel. Can you imagine? Not even Circa is attempting anything like that nowadays. They haven't even managed to create a single new specimen.
Hand me that key card, and I'll see what I can do about your papers.
All right. It's not like I've got much of a choice. But keep those papers in mind, Stalker. You'll need to head all the way down, but if you're willing to do the job, I'll make it worth your while. I'll go check on the professor in the meantime. Seems like every time I look away, he's got a new drinking buddy.
mission. Seek shelter. Outside. Extreme caution strongly advised. Remain in cover. I'll inform you when it's safe to come out.
Something's wrong.
necessary, so give it your all. Once we're through with him, you can have whatever you want. All I'm after is Korshunov badge.
I don't like this.
Yes! Alright.
Can't you just move on? When are you going to let it...
The Stalker, he's back. Those papers I mentioned, do you have them?
Where are your manners, young man? You won't even offer a man a shit and pour him a cold one?
Here. I don't want to be anywhere near these things.
This is... Yes! This is it! At last!
There's nothing exciting in there anyhow. I've told you before, young man, if even my own work can end in failure...
Faust wasn't exactly... a failure. In a way. Haven't you heard? He tapped into the X network, brought the monolith back, and caused a bloodbath all over the zone.
So he's... your project? The abilities you
Shut up! I knew I was right all along. So that bunch of old farts in pots haven't given up on my research. Hooking him up to the monolith was a stroke of genius.
Thanks for those papers. They're a treasure worth all the years I spent at Malachite. We'll stay in touch. I've got grand plans for the future.
And I told them that the only way to create a true controller is to preserve his capacity to think, to feel, and make decisions. Sure, right now the choices he's making don't align with what the Ward, the NDST or anyone else had in mind. But I did succeed.
I found the suppressor. Can you install it?
All right. I almost forgot the reason you're here. All the work I did. It's all become meaningless. You're going to kill Faust.
A lot of good soldiers died because of him.
Soldiers killing other soldiers. It's a tale as old as time. Why should I care? I've provided you with a weapon to use against Faust. It's up to you to find someone to install it. You're as much of a fool as I am if you think you can set things right. The controller project was abandoned, and yet Faust endures. Monolith disappeared, and now it has returned. Go ahead and kill Faust, Stalker. It won't change a thing. You'll see.
And recuperate? My men died getting your asses out of Circa. I damn near died at the Dugas, and now you're telling me to rest?
I'm afraid there is nothing else I can do for you right now.
You've been promising me Class 5 sea protection for years!
Colonel, sir, no one expected the small Dugard to...
No one, huh? My men are still lying out there, and I can't even bury them!
At least you didn't share their fate.
What?
We selected soldiers and studied them in order to understand how Psi immunity works, but this procedure had a side effect we weren't expecting. Loss of protection against target Psi exposure.
What the hell does that mean?
We have created Class 5 protection as promised, but it only works for you, Colonel.
Get out. Get out of here! Golly, you bastards! Stand down! Those monolithians. They fight like it's their last stand and die happy. Faust could be envied. Huh? I'm good. Hold on. What's the deal with the Promin factory?
We found a depleted America, Colonel.
Ozersky. Get to Malachite on the double. Find out what's going on.
Why? Please don't. What's going on? Tell me.
Shut up. For once in your damn life, just shut the fuck up. Class 5 Psi protection, you little shit. My soldier's blood is on your hands.
I had no idea. I swear, Colonel, it...
Shut your mouth. What have you got, Skiff?
Ozersky wanted me to get the mirror facility online. It could be important.
I need to see Ozersky, Colonel. I have to talk to him in person. You can trust...
You'll go with my men. Now get out of here.
I know how to take Faust down. But I'll need some help from a tech.
You'll have all the help and equipment you need. Get it done, Stalker. I know you can.
I was informed that Korshunov gave the go-ahead. Come on, quickly.
What's the situation here?
Well, the brass are planning, the boys are trading stories, and I'm here busy restocking our supplies. Top-notch stuff. We're almost fully stocked, making sure there's enough gear for the reinforcements.
Where are these reinforcements coming from?
You're all over the place. When Korshunov got back from Sirka, he ordered a full-scale mobilization.
What's the chatter among the troops?
Don't you know? It's all monolith this, monolith that, monolith every which way. The big buzz is about the Dugard. Word is, they massacred the whole IPSF garrison there.
What are they planning?
That's what HQ is for. To keep us grunts in the dark until the orders come down the line. But when officers spend day and night briefing, we know some serious shit's in the works. Take good care of your gun, and it'll work like a charm.
possession of a device that can protect from Faust's influence. We must act fast. We're getting ready to take the Dugas under the IPSS control and get rid of those fanatics once and for all. Your help can increase our chances. Our forward command post is close to the Dugas. Sending over the coordinates, and you'll get the details once there.
Alpha Team, get ready to attack the checkpoint. Proceed as planned. How was the trip, Skiff?
Finding the base was definitely no problem.
Failure isn't an option. We had to mobilize all of our forces. Had to pull Dvoryankov from the chemical plant. We've got a lot to do. If you need some time to prepare, let me know. If you're ready, I'll bring you up to speed.
I'm listening.
Our objective is the Dugas. Judging by our findings at Promin, Faust can activate it even remotely. We need to destroy this contraption before it scorches the brains of everyone in the zone. You'll take the underground route. Almost zero chance of running into monolithians there. They know our troops wouldn't risk going through mutants and anomalies. Get to the lesser Dugas and plant the explosive device. My men will do the same at the other side of the facility. Any questions?
I want to know more about your plan for the attack.
Each team has a specific objective. Alpha Team will start by clearing the checkpoint. Bravo and Charlie will create diversions to distract the enemy. Meanwhile, Delta Team will plant the explosives to deal with the Dugas. Our main forces will secure and infiltrate the facility and then sweep it.
What kind of explosive device?
Just some standard C4 with a remote detonator. Your job is to plant it at the exact coordinates we give you, then take cover. We'll handle the rest.
Let's get started.
Excellent. Head over to the checkpoint and find the tunnel. I'll guide you through it over the radio, so stay in touch. As for Faust, I'll let you know when we track him. We'll take it from there. Best of luck, Skiff. I'm counting on you.